Hi everyone, welcome to Lifepath Compass. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are doing all signs reading. We're going to go in order from Aries to Pisces, and we're going to look in to see what's the next major change coming up for you. This is going to be a very quick reading, and I will timestamp the signs in the description box. And if you wish, and if you have time, please do watch your sun, moon, and rising sign and see what resonates with you. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with Aries. What's the next major change coming up for Aries? Next major change coming up for Aries. Whatever it is coming very, very quickly. We have 8 of Wands coming up right away for you. That's very quick energy. Aries, for those of you who are in a romantic relationship with water signs, specifically Pisces is coming through as well. Also, there's a bit of an energy of a Gemini, but Pisces is strong. I am getting energy of a change in that relationship, a change in your romantic relationship, especially if this was something that is kind of on the rocks already. I do see that there could be a fight here. There could be a bit of a explosive argument that is happening here that could lead to separation. That's what I see here. Yeah, look at this. The moon is coming out. I do see a change in your romantic relationship, Aries. For those of you who are involved with a person where there's a bit of an energy, kind of like a lack of emotions, a lack of feelings here, a lack of understanding each other. If that's your kind of situation, if there is arguments that kind of spark up quite often, too often maybe, I do see a change in that relationship. And although the future might be a little bit unclear here, I feel like there is at least quite a long period of separation between you two. That's what's coming up. This is for those of you Aries who are in that kind of relationship, and if this actually resonates with you. But that's what I see. All right, we're going to move on. This is going to be a very quick reading. We are going to go ahead and look in for the next major change coming up for Taurus. Next major change coming up for Taurus. Wow, all of these. Okay. We have Hierophant, 3 of Cups, and the Devil. Taurus, I'm seeing tying a knot here for you. That's what I see. I see a wedding. I do see a celebration. You could be connected to a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like whoever this person is, they have a lot of feelings for you. They could be a little bit tied with finances. That's something that is coming through. I feel like this person is quite financially savvy, and they do they focus on finances. Finances are important for them, but it's something that is just at the moment is going a little slow for them. So that's why they work a lot. This is almost kind of like a workaholic energy here. And I do feel that this person is patiently kind of working on their success, like day after day. So that's something that defines this person quite clearly. So if that's your kind of person, what I see is the next major change for you is the news of engagement, the news of marriage, possibly even a wedding coming up very quickly after. And I do see you celebrating this news. That's the next major change. I see you taking your relationship to the next level of commitment, Taurus. Okay, beautiful. I like that for you. That's quite a change there. Taurus, this is going to be a very quick reading, just a quick note there. But do watch your sun, moon, and rising sign for a better picture, just to see what the changes that are coming up for you. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. Next major change coming up for Gemini. Next major change coming up for Gemini. Knight of Aries. Temperance. King of Aries, King of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting some sort of news that something is taking longer than you expected. Something is taking longer that you wanted it to. I feel like it's career related. And I feel like the change here, the next major change for you, that you will actually change the direction. So instead of waiting for something to happen in your current job, in your current company here, instead of waiting for somebody to promote you, for example, or to give you, you know, a pay raise and things like that, I feel like the change is going to be that you're going to decide to leave and go somewhere else, go work in a different place. That's what I see here. Look at that, 8 of Cups. What did I just say? You're walking away from where you are right now, and you could be going into completely different work environment here. You could be partnering up with somebody different. Your employee is different. You definitely working with other people here, working in a new place. I do feel that that place is going to be much more fair when it comes to your finances. I feel like they'll be compensating you fairly for the amount of work that you do here. And that's the next major change that is coming up. I feel like instead of waiting, you know, for some sort of, like I said, like for your employer to kind of match your expectations here, you're going to completely change the direction. You're going to go for a new job. That's what I see here. All right, Gemini. Interesting. Well, that's the next major change coming up for you. If you felt like this was not your reading, didn't resonate with you, then go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages do come from there. These are just quick check-ins. So we're moving through the signs quite quickly. Next up for us is Cancer. Next major change coming up for Cancer. Nine of Wands. Nice. Cancer, you're overcoming challenges. Look at this. With a 9 of Wands, you're definitely overcoming changes. You're coming out of some sort of almost kind of a battle situation, and you're coming out and you bring it to completion here. I feel like now it's time for you for rest. And you were in sort of legal battle, or the job felt like a battle, or even the relationship felt like a constant battle, constant fight here. I feel like that's over for you. That's the change that's coming up here. Knight of Cups, this is you. This is Cancer energy that is coming through here. You could be dealing with another water sign of Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like, yeah, the fight is over. The judgment day is here. That's what it is. And you'll be able to breathe more freely, whatever this fight was. Look at this. This 5 of Wands is coming out, the fight. The judgment day is here. The conclusion is here. The resolution is here. And it's time to take a little break. And it's time for you for rest and peace. That's what's coming up. That's the next major change for you. All right, Cancer. You'll know if this is yours. And Cancer, if this was not your situation, please go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. I do timestamp the signs in the description box, so it's pretty easy to find. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Leo. Next major change coming up for Leo. What is it? What's the next major change coming up for Leo? This one has to be pulled. 6 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Nice. King of Wands. The Magician. Tower. And 8 of Cups. Leo, I do see a change of residency. I do see that you are moving out from the home, moving somewhere else. Relocation is what's coming up here quite strongly. I do feel that for some of you, this could be actually this relocation could be because you are moving in with somebody. I am getting this energy here. I feel like it's almost like you won over somebody's heart. Look at this. Magician is coming out twice for you. You manifesting this change, you manifesting here. There is a very strong energy of Cancer here, you could be a cusper. Water is coming through very strongly. You could definitely be a cusp between Cancer and Leo. You could be dealing with a Cancer here. Also, very strong energy of Gemini is coming through. We have Magician twice. I feel like you're connecting with somebody on a romantic level. This is the person that you already been connected with, but you are deepening your relationship. That's what I see. You're deepening your relationship. It's like you're enchanting them here, Leo. And I do feel that there is a conversation here about a relocation. There could have been a distance between you at some point, and you breaching that distance, and you're living closer next to each other. You could be even moving in together for some of you. But that's the next major change I see coming up here, Leo. Very interesting. Leo, if this is not your situation, go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we're going to go ahead and move on. The next up for us is Virgo. So we're going to look in to see what's the next major change for Virgo. Virgo, next major change. What is it? Oh, that was quick. Look at that. We have a sun. We have Five of Pentacles. Virgo, I see some sort of situation here that could be also involving a child. This could be a situation where there was either a loss of a job or even a loss of the place of living, but financial loss. I do see a financial loss here. And I feel like the next major change for you is stepping into something new, stepping into a new job, to a new work situation here. Whatever happened here in the past is completely ending here for you. And there is a new kind of light of hope here. And the sun brings a lot of prosperity and happiness here. So I feel like there is a change in the living situation here. There is a change of employment here as well. Look at that. You're Six of Swords. You're moving to the calmer shores. And the sun is coming out. Again, look at that. Leo could be very significant for you. I do see that there is a child that is involved here. So it's like, it feels to me like a parent and a child could be a single parent here that is struggling a little bit financially here. And I feel like that stage of your life for you and your child is ending, and there is happiness and prosperity and joy that is right ahead of you here. It does involve some sort of movement here. It does involve you going on some sort of journey with your child, moving a little bit, maybe relocating here. But I do see you starting a completely new cycle in your life, and it's not just benefiting you, but it's benefiting this child as well. And there is a lot of prosperity and happiness here ahead of you. You are definitely coming into better times. And financial aspect is improving here quite strongly. This is what I see, Virgo. Virgo, if that wasn't you, if I didn't read your situation, please go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we are going to move on. Next up for us is Libra. Let's go ahead and see what's the next major change coming up for Libra. Next major change coming up for Libra. Hang Warden. Six of Wands. Nice. Six of Arrows. Five of Cups. Nine on Aries. Libra, there is somebody here that is on your mind strongly, somebody that you were kind of almost stuck on. This could have been a fire sign, this could have been a Leo here. It doesn't have to be, but what I see is that it could be Leo coming into your life actually in the future. But what I see is that you are finally leaving the past in the past. That's the next major change for you. Whatever was this person that you kept thinking about, you still keep thinking about, somebody who you were very much hung up on. I feel like you're finally moving away from that. You're moving to more free and calm times. I feel like this person gave you so many sleepless nights. You probably cried over this person quite a lot here. And what I see is that that's changing for you. You leaving that in the past. You're moving towards new. And there could be even somebody here who affects that. There could be somebody new that you start talking to, and new conversations sparking up with a new person, and that person is gonna help you to move away from this past, to leave that in the past. That's what I see. I like that for you. That's really nice energy there. All right, Libra, if I did not read your situation, please go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Scorpio. These are very quick readings. We're just checking in to see what's the major change that's coming up for you. Nice and quickly. All right, Scorpio, what's the next major change coming up for Scorpio? Next major change coming up for Scorpio. You overcoming some difficulties with somebody who's very stubborn. You could have been dealing with somebody who's very stubborn. You could have been dealing with somebody who was kind of almost dependent on you, but almost kind of using you in some way. I feel like this person kind of abused your goodwill here. Somebody who was yeah, you're moving away from that. Somebody who was possibly just a little bit manipulative here. Somebody who, I feel like they were just using your kindness a bit too much. You know, you've been taking care of everything, and this person was just kind of almost having a good time at your expense. That's what I'm seeing here, Scorpio. But what I see is that you're overcoming this. Look at that, Six of Swords. You're moving away from this. You're leaving this in the past. This energy of the wounded warrior, because you've been struggling so much, is left in the past, and you're having some very good and joyful times ahead of you. You could be having this joyful times with your child, with a child in the family here. I'm getting family vibe here, much more better and joyful family situation here, where you feel more at ease, Scorpio. This is what I see. And Scorpio, if this was not your situation, go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we're going to go ahead and move on. The next up for us is Sagittarius. So let's see what's the next major change coming up for Sagittarius. Next major change coming up for Sagittarius. Two Wands. Sagittarius, what I see here is some of you have been single for quite a while, and you've been waiting for the right person, the person that will be interested in a commitment with you, not just a flame, not a short-term relationship, but a commitment. And I feel like that's what's coming up for you. I feel like there is an energy here of new love. Look at this. We have Ace of Cups twice. What a confirmation. There is new love coming in here for you, Sagittarius. It's very, very, very clear. I feel like you completely moved on from whatever was in your past. You completely moved on from kind of a ghost in your previous relationships here. You're done with it. You don't want to look back. You're definitely not looking back here. And you are inviting and accepting new love into your life. Look at this. There is definitely new love here. And with the Hierophant energy, this is something that's going to be lasting. This is definitely something that's going to be lasting. You've been waiting for somebody like that to come into your life very, very long time. And this person is here. There is a strong energy here of Taurus and Leo. Doesn't have to be their sun signs, but it does come through. And Sagittarius, I'm getting this energy of power couple. I feel like you're just such a strong and good match. You're like on the same page in your belief systems. You're on the same page when it comes to, you know, how far you are in life. The same page how successful you are in life. In some one way or another, it's just a great match. I'm getting power couple vibes here. This is what I see. Okay. Sagittarius, if this was not your situation, please go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we are going to move on to Capricorn. So let's go ahead and see what's the next major change coming up for Capricorn. Next major change coming up for Capricorn. Capricorn, I feel like you are fighting to hold on to something. That's the energy that's coming through here. You're trying to hold on here to something that brings you stability in some way. I feel like you're fighting for it. You're fighting to keep it, to keep something here. Not necessarily somebody, but something. I feel like this is keeping some sort of strong financial situation here. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Definitely a fight. Definitely a fight coming up here. You feel a little bit exposed. You feel like at sometimes you feel a little bit stuck. You're not sure if you'll be able to overcome this, but yes, you will. There is an energy here of struggling with financially here. It's like I said, it's like you're fighting to hold on to some sort of finances here. You're trying to hold on to whatever's making you finances, to a job here in some way, something that's bringing you stability. Some of you are trying to hold on to the place where you live, you know, making sure that you making those payments, that you can make payments on time. I see a partnership here that is going to help you. There is some sort of partnership here. This could be a friendship, this could be business partnership. For some of you, this could be a romantic partnership here, but I'm getting a partnership that is going to help you here to overcome these challenges, because there are some challenges here that you are struggling to overcome. You're fighting, you're really fighting for it. Look out for an Aries. Aries is standing out strongly. That's what I see. All right, if this was not your reading, please go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Aquarius. Let's see what's the next major change coming up for Aquarius. Next major change coming up for Aquarius. Next major change coming up for Aquarius. You have Ace of Wands and Ace of Aries. This is two good new beginnings. News of good beginnings here. But in some way, I feel like you're staying where you are. What I'm getting here, Aquarius, is some of you could be getting a job offer or some sort of good opportunity financially, but you're actually staying where you are. But this this opportunity, this job offer, is kind of a leverage for you to possibly get a better contract from the place where you currently are, because I see like you're using this information. It's a beneficial information for you, but you are staying where you are. That's an interesting energy here. You will celebrate this news here, but I feel like I said, like it's like you're getting a job offer, and instead of taking the job offer, you're telling your current employer, hey, I got a job offer with a certain money increase. Would you be able to match that offer? And I feel like they are. and you're quite happy to stay working where you are. That's the energy that I'm getting here. I feel like you're getting some sort of news of this offer, this whatever this is for you, but it strongly feels like a financial offer, but you're able to use that information to leverage into your current situation and stay where you are and be happy where you are. I feel like you'll be staying busy at work. There is a bit of an energy here of kind of bit of a doubt. Did I make the right decision or did I not here with this Five of Cups? A little bit of a kind of looking behind and see if you did the right decision. But I feel like with Four of Coins, you are in a stable situation. The choice is yours here, but for a lot of you, I feel like this news is coming in and you are actually staying put here. Either way, with the Three of Cups, I feel like you'll celebrate this. Interesting. Okay, well, Aquarius, that's what's coming up. And if this was not your situation, please go ahead and watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Pisces. So let's go ahead and see. What's the next major change coming up for Pisces? Next major change coming up for Pisces. Aquarius. King of Cups. Six of Cups, the Empress. Pisces, I'm getting this energy here of somebody here finally making a decision. And that's something that obviously is very much connected to you and affects you here. This could be somebody that you kind of on odds with. This could be even an ex coming back, but or somebody that you kind of on and off with, but there is a bit of an energy of a past around this person. So you could be currently not speaking to them, or you could be currently on a break from this person. I feel like this person finally makes a decision, and the decision is to commit to you. They're realizing that you are the right person for them. They're realizing that you're actually everything they want, and they want to move forward with you. That's what I see. I feel like I'm talking to a very much of a feminine Pisces energy here. It seems like this was a long time coming, and you not always were sure that this person is going to come forward, that this person will finally make this decision. But for some of you Pisces, it's almost like you gave them that ultimatum. You know, you either decide or this is over. You know, that's the energy I'm getting here. And I feel like they're finally deciding here, and they're deciding to move forward with you. That's what I see. I feel like that's what you'll be celebrating here. And with the Eight of Wands, once they make the decision, the relationship is going to start evolving much quicker. That's what I see for you. Pisces, if this was not your situation, go ahead and watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. A lot of times your messages come from there. And thank you so much for spending your time with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy. Happy New Year, everybody. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.